If you're wondering why current me is so calm and relaxed and at peace, yet over here, past me, is frantically hustling and stressing, it's because I, over here, am free from the grasps of the Earth Turn Challenge, but me over here is still optimistic and struggling to reach a number that he deems worthy. Now, what's going on? I hope you're having a fantastic, wonderful, amazing day. And basically, if you're unaware, a company by the name of O Kendamas, who I really know basically nothing about, started hosting a kendama contest on Instagram where the challenge is very simple. You see how many earth turns you can get in under 30 seconds, and this is the story of my attempts and struggles with this challenge. And over to my side, I'm sure you can tell, I just have a whole bunch of footage of me getting everywhere from 0 in a row to a number that I guess I'm happy with, but not quite what we were going for. But it doesn't matter. Here's the story. So, it was like one day last week, I'm scrolling through Instagram and it's like Earth Day, I guess. I don't know when Earth Day is, but I turned off my lamps for an hour or whatever you're supposed to do, don't worry. But so they hosted that contest for that purpose, I guess Earth awareness and just something fun to do, giveaway to do. And I went to the hashtag that they made for the contest and I started looking, and there was already some dude who pulled like 41 earth turns in 30 seconds, which is a big number. But I started to see like how fast he was going. I was like, yeah, I can do that for sure. I can do that. And I said, what the heck, and tried to test my skills, and very quickly learned that not only was this man and his 41 earth turns very impressive, but I think he must have put a lot of time into it, or he's really great. Maybe a string whisperer, we'll get to that, but that was the motivation. Now, I used that 41 as my benchmark. Really, I just wanted to hit 40. 40 sounded like a good number, and I thought if I can reach 40, I'll be happy. And just like that, I grabbed my Dama and I started doing earth turns. It was very quick that I realized how different it felt doing earth turns on different Damas, so I gave a couple different Damas a try. As you can maybe see in some of the footage, not sure how well it lines up to what I'm saying, but I tried a couple different Damas, and once I started using the Lotus Bloom, that's like the red and white one, and once I kind of got in the zone using that one, if I switched to a different one, it just felt so wrong. So I kind of had to commit to the Lotus Bloom, and that was my weapon of choice to defeat the earth turn demons inside me. Now you'll see I don't change my shirt very often throughout the day, so you'll see a couple day changes because this went on for about 3 days. That I'd put in like 20 minutes here, half hour there, and it was the first day I think was actually the most difficult, because that was the day that my quarantine chicken legs started to feel the burn from all the like mini squats I was doing to do these earth turns. And you'll see like I even tried a little sit down method for a little bit, and this was not because I thought it was a good technique. This was purely because my legs were burning after about half an hour of doing earth turns on the first day, but I didn't tell you that. Within that first day, I think maybe 10 or 15 was like the best I did, but it was rare. I mean, most of the attempts on that first run were probably 1 to 2 and then a drop, and then the odd time I'd get to like 10 or 12, and that's when it would fall off. By the second or third day, my legs had kind of started to adjust to the squat abuse, and that wasn't really a big issue anymore, the physical pain, but that was just the pain going away. That didn't help me get any more earth turns in any way. What I will cite as the number one biggest factor that made this so difficult and so stress-inducing and headache-causing and ice cream needing was the string. The string on the Lotus Bloom is nice and long. I thought this was the perfect choice, and maybe it was the perfect choice, but the string, for 2 reasons, caused me so many problems and headaches that I wanted to do this stringless, but I knew that was kind of a cheap way out, so I dealt with it, and these are those string problems. First of all, I mentioned the length of the string, and like I said, the Lotus Bloom has a super long string, which I thought was good, and I think is still good, because I tried on strings of shorter length, and basically, once you're like 3 or 4 turns in, and the string starts like twirling, it like flops around, and it's gonna like hook around the cups or the tama in some way that it just gets in the way and screws up your whole thing. Like I'd be going smooth, and the string just like lassos itself, yanks the tama, ruins everything. The string was a huge issue. And that's just the length. You can even see with the long string on the Lotus, if you like try to just focus on the string, watch the string. Sometimes I would try to like get in this pattern where it would like swing left, right, like in time with my earth turns so that it wouldn't like get tangled up and in the way. And I really tried that like for a while as a method, like timing the string sway, and it was not good. The second and I think more prominent issue with the string is that it would grab on the paint of the tama. So the Lotus Bloom has like a sticky paint. It's not like slippery, it's like sticky paint. Like most tamas have like relatively sticky paint, even if it's like a rubber or something. It's grippy enough that the string will like grip it. And when doing the earth turns, the string, it like comes out of the top of the tama, comes out of the hole, and it's like right up against the paint. So you do that spin and the paint like grabs and curls the string, and that's what causes it to like I said, like lasso and yank off when you're trying to like spin it. So between the string physically like swaying around and then literally grabbing and throwing the ball away from you, the string was 100% the most difficult factor. And I even saw some people mention like in their posts of their records that were way bigger, higher numbers than mine, they mentioned as well the string being a huge issue. So if you're gonna attempt this, which I don't recommend, but if you're gonna attempt this, be patient with your string because he's doing his best. The last thing I tried in terms of, going through all the weird and quirky methods I tried to make myself better at this whole thing was like, I usually do the earth turns with the big cup like facing me because I'm right-handed, and then, the string, I mean, it'd be the same if you were left-handed, but I had like the big cup facing me, and I figured like sometimes the tama would like come in and like kind of clink the big cup, which kind of like screwed up the rhythm, because if you're not keeping the rhythm, you're not getting all the things going good. So I thought of like turning the tama around so that when the earth turn came down, it was like coming down against the small cup and it was like less likely to make a bump. That really didn't do anything, and again, it was a string that caused me all the problems. So now my goal was 40, and now all my struggles that kept me from getting there. But I did a decent run. I think that was the 26 earth turns in a row, which you might have seen on my Instagram if you follow me over there, but you'll see it on screen. Now I'll sign you off and end with that. I will deem it a success. I felt so free when I just decided to give up. Sometimes you gotta know when to cut your losses, and I enjoyed my earth turn free night yesterday, I'll be honest. Here's the 26, and I will see you in the next video. Later.